Hello, Monsters Abound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 37 of my clan Skryre campaign. Now, last time I said I was definitely going to have a plan. Would it surprise you if I said I didn't?
I am shocked. Shocked! Well, not that shocked.
Okay, good. So, I was going to have a plan. I had it all set up. I thought, what do I need? I need a plan. What do I need for a plan? I need one of those World War II boards with people pushing little figures all over the map to show where that's what I needed, right? So I got a big map of the Warhammer world. I hired people wearing World War II outfits to push things around. So then what do I use to represent my armies? The obvious choice is rats, right? Makes perfect sense. Skaven, rats. Right, it was a mistake for three reasons. The first is that people don't like rats. So instantly, my employees using my little pushy things didn't want to push the rats. The second is the rats didn't really like to be pushed either. There was a real sort of disconnect between the push and the pushy there. And the third issue was the rats tended to move around of their own accord. So they didn't stay where I put them. So basically, I had a really good plan. It just didn't work out as well as it could have. So I don't have a plan. Anyway, let's push on, I guess. So, right, Ikit. That is correct. That is who you are. What do I want you to do? We're laying ambush. That's right. We're going to lay out. That's right. Gisero is our little mouse trap. Rat trap? Human trap. It's a human trap. We're going to try and trap humans with it. That's the thing. Thyrus is here. Thyrus is in North Bretonia. Thyrus is going to get shit done. We've also got greenskins. Of course, I declared war on the greenskins, and we now know that was somewhat of an error, but that's okay. How do I only have? I've got 4 armies, haven't I? I've got Zap over here as well. We got Zap. Really are. Zap is. I mean, we need. Yeah, Zap. We need. What do I need you to do? Something. What do I need you to do? Why does this only give us 160 income? Bloody, I guess gems aren't that really important to Skaven, are they? Not really, I guess. Okay. Right. We need Zap to do some damage, don't we? Now, I could take these settlements. The problem is that I really need to defend Kazakarak. So, yes, I'm raising settlements. I'm sacking them and then raising them. And the reason I'm doing that is because I can't hold them. There's no point trying to hold them because it's just not going to happen. I guess I could... no, fuck it. I'll just raise them. It's fine. Yarg. Yeah, Yarg. I think you're just going to... Who the hell are you? Oh, well, hello, Fury. Let's see if we can. Oh, no, we don't have enough money, but we do have quite a lot of money coming in and enough warp fuel to get another warp bomb. So that's all good. Gisero, we're gonna. We can't repair you. And imminent rebellion at border low, which is fine because we've got army down here to sort that little problem out. So that's no problem. You've also got a commandment available. I think we're going to go with food is fine at the moment. We could go with growth. Let's do growth. End a turn. Head straight into the end turn. Very exciting. Of course, we've got Camembert. He's going for a little excursion down to the south. It's lovely this time of year. So we had a little rebellion, but that's okay. Not a problem. Thyrus is there. Thyrus can deal with it. I am fully confident that Thyrus will not only deal with that, but also probably survive it as well. So it's really nice not to have to deal with chaos. Chaos, just not much of a concern at this point in time. Normally, I seem to play a lot of factions on the coastline, and so we just get whacked by chaos from every direction. But this time, it's like, nope, don't have to deal with it. Not my problem. Not my problem, guys. All the other factions can deal with it. Not my problem. What is my problem is Sartosa, though. What the hell are Sartosa? Okay, we need to deal with them. That is part of my... We're gonna force the greenskins back, and then we're going to deal with Sartosa. We're gonna just not... What's going on here? Who won? Did the vampire... I think the vampires won that. I think the I really need another army, don't I? I've been putting it off. Well, I had another army and then I suicided it into... Poor old Krolk, was it? He will not be forgotten, assuming that's his name. Otherwise, I've forgotten his name. Oh, ambush was foiled, but it was perfect, apart from the fact we were spotted. Morgland Backstabber, Pestilent Scheme, Rebellion, 2 rebellions, Warherd of Chaos destroyed, Hag Grief destroyed. That's interesting. Castle Artois is being raided, as is Border Low. Fine. Breeder. Well, lots of breeders. Right, Camembert, I just guess keep coming down here. Just so it looks like Krokgar still survives. When can I get my Doom Rocket? Indeed. Right, one more turn. One more turn. And we'll be all good. Let's... Boop. Boop. And sure. I've changed my mind. Okay, do we get Ravenous Expansion? Interesting. Assassinate additional for heroes in region. Ambush success chance increases. Right, life is cheap. Casual replenishment rate. Upkeep for Skaven Slaves. I'm probably not going to get Skaven Slaves, let's be honest. I mean, 25% ambush chance is nice. But income from settlement buildings plus 40%. All regions. Really? Huh. Interesting. So, does that include Skaven Blight? Because that would be 750, increased by 40%, and then also increased by 100%. Okay, how much is Skaven Blight making at the moment? 3,109. So, if I get, just out of interest, if I get this. It's not as much as I thought it would be, but you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's across the board as well. Indeed. Skaven corruption, local province in adjacent province. I mean, that's quite useful actually, because that's going to also spread Skaven corruption, which is good. Plague Roll, you're going to have Death Frenzy, because that could come in useful. And I'm tempted to get some Storm Vermin for your army. I'm tempted, but not convinced. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. We got quite a lot of cash anyway, so no biggie. Okay, if I scooch over here. Beep beep. Oh, you want to fight me? Are you sure? You've got a lot of Black Orcs. And a Giants. And a shit ton of Orc Boar boys. Yeah, be alright. So our brave garrison is going to sell their lives. I mean, they don't know that yet, but out of Skaven, they probably had an idea. So the garrison is set up. There's basically a speed bump. That's basically what they are. They're a speed bump. They're going to hold back the Orc army while we, Ulysses and Telemachus, bring up their forces and basically line up behind the garrison. Basically, the plan is the Black Orcs are going to hit our infantry. And then they're going to kill our infantry, which is fine, because our infantry won't break at the same time. So when part of our line breaks, the Rattling Gunners will spot them and go, shoot there, guys, and then we'll just nail them. And then, of course, we're backed up by the Jezzails and the Warp Lightning Cannons, and if they get close enough, the Deathglow Bombardiers. But to be honest, I don't think they're going to get close enough. So FYI, if you haven't noticed already, if you read the description, turns out I've recorded the campaign and played the battles and then recorded the battles, put it into the video editing software. Turns out there was no sound from the campaign map or the battle map. It was silent, just me waffling on with nothing behind it, and that's quite jarring. And that's just OBS being a dick, basically, because it showed it was recording sound. It was literally that it didn't record it into the file, which was a bit of shit, really. Turns out it's turned off OBS, back on again, it works. So unfortunately, the campaign doesn't have any sound apart from my voice, because it would mean recording the entire thing again, and I just don't have the time to record another campaign episode. So we're just going to have to make do. Sorry about that. It's beyond my control, unfortunately. Normally I would have obviously re-recorded it, but time is limited at the moment, so that's the reason. We do have some orc boar boys charging around our flanks. Fortunately, the rat ogres have jumped them. We're shooting them with the Jezzails, all that kind of good stuff. We've also got Ulysses and his crew going to mow them down, charge into them. There we go. Because the orc Gubbinz, I mean, yes, they're dangerous. Yes, they've got nasty anti-large, but they're terrible without their charge bonus. As you can see, their charge bonus is 50. Their melee attack and defense is 22 and 20. That is fucking appalling. Even Gutser runners have better melee attack and defense than that. So once actually engaged, I mean, other than the fact that these guys have armor piercing damage, obviously, and the gutter runners don't, that this is be pretty even. Pretty even. So they're going to hold our flanks for us. As you can see, the Black Orcs getting into combat with our clan rats. There we go, they've broken, and now they're just going to die in a hail of gunfire. Exactly what I wanted to happen. What they're doing is actually trying to envelop our infantry in the front here, which I'm kind of okay with. I'm kind of fine with that. I am A-okay with that. And surprisingly, the garrison forces are actually holding on quite well. I am surprised by just how long they're holding back the Black Orcs. This is impressive shit, guys. If you weren't all about to die, you get commendations. So the orc boar boys being held in the forest over there while we just deal with the Black Orcs. And so far so good, really. Looks like the garrison units are about to break. There we go. Our left flank is just about... There we go. They've routed the Black Orcs, are now moving to envelop this unit that's decided to stay and fight. Probably the wrong decision, guys. I would have broken and run. Or even better, maybe just, I don't know, say, explode? Lovely. And then the surviving Black Orcs are mown down. Basically, it's not a good it's not a good day to be a Black Orc. That's very satisfying. That is very satisfying. Some Black Orcs have actually managed to reach in, actually made it into combat, which is amazing. But they're not going to last very long against Ulysses and his little bike crew. And Orc Boar Boys, they are routing. The entire army is breaking. Last few Black Orcs and Orc Gubbinz just being mown down. Well, the entire garrison had to die, but I forgot where I was going with that. As soon as this is only going to affect the garrison, I'll just sell off. Sell off. Oh, we've got a Hell Pet Tenant. That's quite nice, actually. That's a good one. No, that's the wrong thing to press. I've already got one here. Can Telemachus have... Oh, he's already got one. Okay, well, maybe somewhere has not got one, but I can't be bothered to find out who. Right, so we have secured Zvorak and sent Nasha running for the hills, which is good. I think we can just pop into the city. There we go. That should send them scurrying for cover. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hit them in a pincer and I'm going to start taking out some of these settlements. Maybe we could take Black Crag. Maybe we could take Black Crag. I mean, it's not far out of our way, is it? It's not far out of our way. Okay, we've got a little rebellion over here, so let's deal with that. Boop. Let's take the food. And yes, I could have waited for the public order to increase, but who has the time? Who has the time? Yep. More food. And that's right. That's what happens if you decide to rebel. Death. Let's see if we can lure in Gregor here. He might go for Aquitaine. He might do. It doesn't have walls, so he might go for it. Everywhere else has walls, so I think they might be a bit more sniffy about trying to take it. Public order here is okay. Stable. Holy shit. Got stable public order. Jeez Louise. That's looking actually pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. We could upgrade this, try and get some, let's get some extra defences there. Let's get some of that going on as well. I really want to take Bill Bailey, but I just don't have anyone in the area. And it's a bit out of their way. I don't need to upgrade that. Public order is okay here, so I'm not too bothered about that. Let's just go and grab that one. And what I'm thinking is we pop an Undercity Warlock Engineer. Right. Whole Scurry of Cripple Peak. Rel. Let's get Rel. Rel is going to do that. He's going to do that. Sure, some of that. And some of that. And more importantly, Rel is going to go and set up an... 4 turns. That's fine, actually. That's okay. So what we'll do is we'll send him down here. In fact, I think you can probably get down here quicker if you go by sea, I think. Well, what are we thinking? Yeah, almost certainly. So go by sea. That'll be fine. Is that rebellion? It is. They've had a little bit of a rebellion here by the looks of it. The bloody hands might be back. It looks like Sartosa, the army from Sartosa was destroyed. This could be the best. This could be the best time to actually take out Sartosa. I'm hoping what's going to happen is they mop up the Sartosan settlements here, and then we can just go and finish off Sartosa itself. That is, of course, a victory condition. Make life a little bit easier for us. Who the friggin' hell are you guys? Jeez, there's a lot of people here. Can we just keep damaging the walls? You're very good at damaging walls. Yep. That he does. Let's go with that thing. I should probably put him in an army, but he's just very good at knocking down walls. I could... You know what? I'm going to knock that down, because the only settlement I think we're going to be able to keep is Kazakarak. So 8 turns, and we can upgrade to the occupied Kazakarak Grand Warren. Then we can get the extra defences. That'll give us the warp lightning towers. That means that city is basically unassailable. The Greenskins would need to throw a lot of shit at it to actually... Oh, Thyrus. What are we going to do with you? What a... engineering skill. Sure. Sure. Yeah, the Greenskins would have to throw a lot of stuff at Kazakarak to be able to take it. And realistically, they just don't have that much stuff, I don't think. Because once we've got the warp lightning towers, they will just completely wreck. Why is Talakwa at war with me now? United against us? Knight to the flame? For the son of a bit. Should have killed them. Should have killed them. I should have persevered. Now I've got bloody Flyboy after me. It's the last thing I wanted. Bloody Flyboys. What? Bloody cockroaches. Look at them all. Right, at least we can kill Alberic. Boff. Suck it. Right, that's Alberic dead. I think... Have you moved, or are you going to... Does the Empire move first? Because if that Empire... Oh, no, here we go. They're moving. That's a pain. I was hoping to ambush the large army rather than the smaller one. But... Where are you going? Oh, there's another... Bon Jovi. Jeez, Skarsnik, what the hell? Hang on, how many... Wait a second. What... Did I just see Skarsnik having a little rave down there? Has he got like 6 armies? What the hell's going on? I'm going to have a look. What the hell's... Skarsnik, what the fuck are you doing, you lunatic? Marienburg and the Order of Lawmasters have made an alliance. Brilliant, just what I needed. And the mutinous gits are... Yeah, don't sack it, capture it, or raise it. One of the two. How... Okay. What do you want? Okay, you know what? I've got enough enemies. I don't need another one, so we'll just have an honor. I can always betray you and kill you. You might go after the Bretonians for me. Cricket Moon, wah! Okay, what the hell? Scarstick, what's going on? Looks like there's a party, and I wasn't invited. So, they've got 3 armies, plus Skarsnik. No, 4 armies, plus Skarsnik, and a War. I don't know. Fucking how the tits have you got that many armies, Skarsnik? What the hell? Iron Rock has got an Undercity. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. What's this? Yeah, we've got boys. We've got boys on their way. We got boys, but that's okay. We can deal with that. You have run away. That is understandable. Do we go and take Matorka? We're going to. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, you're going to run away, aren't you? Unless we ambush you, which we did not. That does leave us a little bit out of position, but you know what? If they want to come and have a go, they're more than welcome. Ah, Aranessa's back. It looks like they can only afford 1 army at a time, and they decided to field some random vampire, and when that died, they got Aranessa back up. Not entirely sure why you do that, but, you know, it's not for me to... Where has that army gone? The army... Oh, are they ambushing? Found you! Was this a good idea? I guess we'll find out. Thyrus has blundered into an ambush, the boob. But he'll be fine, I'm sure. Because, unfortunately, ambush wasn't very effective. Nice little crack school taking out some of those crossbow units there. That's pretty good. Little brass sword going to lock down another one. That's going to give us the time to pull our army back into position because they try to jump the front of the column, which is a mistake. Always jump the back where the missile units are, because otherwise this happens. So our missile units, weapon teams are all in line. Now they're formed up and ready to go. And that means the enemy infantry is about to have a bad time. So they're now advancing through a hail of gunfire and artillery. It's not looking very good. Ikit is moving to deal with the enemy archers. We get another cracks call. This is going to be a good one. Look at this. This is going to be good. I can sense it. Oh. Better than a new pair of socks. Unfortunately, Ikit is being jumped by the general of the Empire, who's chasing after him. So we're going to target him with the sails, see if we can pick him off. But he's pretty quick. Look at him go. He's speed 77. 77? 78. He looks a lot faster. He's actually taking big chunks out of us. Our infantry is advancing, though, because we're just going to overwhelm them with sheer weight of numbers. I mean, it's not difficult now that a lot of them are dead. Yep, they're legging it. really blame them. Got some enemy missile units that are trying to get away, but we've jumped them with a menace from below. And we've got some clan rats advancing. We're going to trap them. And of course, once they're caught, they will fight in melee. And we can surround them and then finish them off, because they're pretty much the only thing that's really concerning me at the moment. General of the Empire ran away, but he's coming back and then knocks poor old Gordon Zola on his ass. Ow. Fortunately, we've got the Jezzail still targeting him, so they are taking pot shots. And the flagellants are being dealt with by our Plague Monk Sensor Bearers. That's looking pretty good. We've got these missile units here completely surrounded now. We've got some swordsmen rallying and returning to the fight, but some more menace from below is going to charge them in the rear, and they're going to break. It looks like the missile units are going to try and pull through our clan rats. That's a mistake, because yeah, you're all going to die. There we go. The army is starting to waver. And I remembered I had rat ogres. They were just stood around doing nothing. But I did remember I had them, so they've now charged in, which is nice to see. And the General of the Empire is running away with about 361 health left. And that bloody bright wizard, light wizard, who was picking me off with a nasty, is it Shem's Burning Gaze? Yeah, we're going to try and pick him off. And that was, I mean, I've done a lot of ambushes, so I know a good ambush, and this was not a good ambush. Well, once again, Thyrus has survived. Well done, Thyrus. Let's replenish. You're going to run away, as is tradition. Thyrus is a confident defender, another Hellpit attendant, all that kind of good stuff. How far have you moved? You can just stay there. Just stay there for the moment. I don't like this. Chilfroy the Devoted. What we need to do is we need to kill. Oh, you're over. Well, okay. What we're going to do? What we're going to do is a bit ballsy. We're not at war with Marienburg, are we? No. There's one army. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump over here. Then we're going to hit Grungzint next turn. It is, as I said, quite ballsy. But if we can wipe out Bretonnia, then I think Muslon is heading for Mistnar. If they can deal with that and I can deal with this, then Bretonnia are no longer a concern. They are dead. They're no longer going to keep creating hordes upon hordes of bloody Bretonnian peasant hordes to assault me with. And also, we can actually get a Doom Rocket. It's just the worst. Good, so we've got a Doom Rocket now. That's fun, just in case. Gordon Zola does indeed know who his boss is. He's got all of the... let's go with Sneaky. And, oh look. Virus is also ranked up. What a guy. Could give you Earthing so you don't blow yourself up. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything with that. Waterfall Palace. Yeah, okay. Let's upgrade you. We want... Oh, we got... Okay, let's... Sure, some money, I guess, is always good. What's this? What's this? Lumber. Yes, we'll get lumber. Let's upgrade you, and then that's pretty much, I think, all our money. A little bit... I've put my armies in positions where they are in a little bit of danger, but I think they'll probably be all right. Probably. How is Queek? Well, let's military alliance. Okay, let's go with a defensive alliance. Good. Okay, Confederation is low at the moment. That is going to climb a little bit, but Queek is still... It's hard to be on Queek's good side, because Queek doesn't really have a good side, and the good side tends to flip quite often. Let's repair that. I want some defences, but I can't afford them. So we're just going to have to just hope Gissero doesn't get sacked for the 4th or 5th time. I can't quite remember. I've lost count. Yeah, well, that's... I mean, it's not a massive surprise, is it? What is a surprise is we actually managed to do some damage, because Saurus, I think, are one of the... I mean, they're one of the worst units to face early game. But for the Skaven in particular, the Skave clan rats just do nothing to them. The Saurus just chew through them like they're nothing. So very difficult for Skaven to deal with early on. You really need to use like your missile units, because they're about the only thing that actually does any damage to them. You don't really get the tools to deal with them until later on, which does make campaigns like Skrulks and Queeks quite actually. I mean, it makes it more difficult than usual, because you are having to deal with those early game Saurus that just make... Wow, that is a proper war. Holy shit, that's a lot of goblins. Where did they come from? Well, hello there. So it looks like... yes, I was a little bit concerned this might happen. And apparently that concern was warranted. So... there we go. So it looks like Bon Jovi and Luon and the Fey Enchantress have all teamed up to try and put an end to Ikit Claw. Now we do have a Doom Rocket, which is going to come in useful. We're also in we're going to be in the Underway, aren't we? Yes. So this is this the map with all the bumps and lumps? I think it might be. That makes life a little bit more tricky, but because we are, you know what, some of these armies might come from behind us. That could actually work in our favour. But unfortunately, we've run out of time for this episode, so that's going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Clan Skryre campaign.